Welcome to Ivaintures. I'm a travel content creator and generally I make videos about my travel experiences. Unfortunately, a few years ago I had the unfortunate chance to meet a YouTuber by the name of Marwa, and our friendship ended. And since then, he has decided to take liberties and going online and talking about me and try to tarnish my reputation. I have tried to keep my mouth shut. I have tried to take the high road. I have tried to not discuss this. However, he has persisted and it's finally time to reveal the truth. I have already released 2 videos to answer some of the lies that he has made about me. There are so many of them that it would take, I don't even know how many videos to address them all. But I try in a very concise way to address what I can in a short amount of time that I can in order to move on to bigger and better things. Because there's a whole world to explore and I'd rather go back to that. But in the meantime, I have read your comments and several people have indicated that they preferred if I was not to answer him. So guys, when it comes to this, I'm sorry, I am not going to take the high road. Keeping my mouth shut and not releasing this information to the public is exactly the silence that has allowed Marwa, also known as the clown, to operate in this circus for so long. Every time he has an issue with someone, he weaponizes his subscribers as a way to intimidate other people. The number of subscribers he has also made so many people afraid to come at him and fight him back with the truth. So I choose to meet him right where he's at, which is on the YouTube platform, and release information to you guys. Now I know no matter what I do, no matter what I say, some people will still believe what he's saying. Some people are just blind to the truth. And that's one thing that I've learned on YouTube. You can't convince everyone. But it doesn't mean that you don't try and you release the truth. People can make their own judgments. This is not a courtroom. This is the court of public opinion. So people are free to believe or not to believe. But there's only one truth. He can just make things up online and people, just like sheep, follow him to the left and to the right. And if he says jump, they jump. If he says lay down, they lay down. Those kind of people, I'm not trying to even communicate with them. It doesn't matter. But you who are genuinely interested in what happened and just try to figure out either as a way to laugh about it or to really just figure out what truly took place. This is why I'm recording this video. So welcome back to the circus. Let's go on part 3 of this. Hello everyone. Welcome to Marwa's circus. We are going to be diving into a world that resembles reality, but truly is just a circus. Imagine a place where everything is imaginary and the truth is in front of your eyes. Yet, you are distracted by the sideshows and spectacles that you miss what's really happening. Just like a circus, the world is filled with distractions designed to blind you from reality. Stay with me as we peel back the layers and uncover the truth behind the spectacle. Let's get started. Guys, so much of YouTube is perception. Sometimes things look a certain way. That is exactly not what it is in real life. So as you're listening to this clown, make sure that you try to read between the lines. He's really good at making things up. He has the tricks figured out. So let's talk about my cousin for a second.
With his cousin who is from Cameroon, who was from Cameroon, who I still feel a lot of pity for, a lot of pity for. Because that guy does not speak English. He stays in the house. There is nothing he does. I feel so bad for him. He better even go back to Cameroon. Imagine he doesn't speak English. He doesn't go out. He's very bored. But this guy cannot even let him do even casual, too much.
So when Marwa met my cousin was fresh out of the boat. My cousin used to live in the village. And after, processing his paperwork, I was able to bring him in the United States. So ever since he arrived, he had to get his stuff together, learn the language, educate himself, and take the required test in order for him to pursue the career that he was looking for. So, as a former Marine, I really believe in discipline. And I believe in work before play. The opportunity that my cousin had by being in the United States is not something that I wanted him to take for granted. There are a lot of distractions in the world, you know, women, alcohol, nightclubs, all of that. And those things don't go away, you know. But one thing that does go away is opportunities. So my cousin has been having a great time. He's traveled with me. We've gone to different things. He went to New York every time I went to see Marwa. I took him to various events. We went out to nightclubs, you know, because I believe in the balance. But I also believe in focusing. You know, Marwa has a lot of issues with his own family. I don't know why and who gives him the right or why he thinks he gets to talk about my own. You know, why does he get to tell me how to handle my cousin? You know, the guts, the nerve that someone has to be a guest in your house and now goes on the internet and talk about internal things that are actually just quite false. Yes, I didn't take my cousin partying every weekend. Should I? No. I did not want to get my cousin into a life of partying and women when he's not even able to make an income yet. On the ride back from New York, guys, Marwa actually suggested that I take my cousin to Colombia. Now think about this for a second. Somebody who's fresh out of Africa.
Behold, Simi, life, real life, a thing that we have been denied for far too long.
Who still has to learn everything, learn the skill, get a job. Not introduce him to the same lifestyle that Marwa is doing. He told me, get him a camera, he can do YouTube. Folks, you've seen, you know, the way he handles this village. You see, everything to him is YouTube and travel. It's a great life, but it's not for everybody. Like I indicated before, that's where me and him disagree. I think YouTube is a great secondary source of income, but not primary because, you know, the market can be quite uncertain. And you can have your channel shut down very easily, actually. So I wanted my cousin to study, to pass the test, to get a career. And then if he chooses to get into this life of traveling and meeting foreign women and having fun and recording videos and doing YouTube, then that's on his own. But one thing I refused to do is introduce him to that life. It didn't mean that I didn't take him out places. I did. Who's complaining here? The same cousin ended up blocking Marwa because Marwa went as far as asking for my mother's number, guys. He asked for my mother's phone number in order to complain about me to my mom. The same drama he has in his family is the same he tried to bring in mine. I am so thankful Marwa is out of my life. This guy is like a cancer. He enters and wants to stick around and destroy everything. Be careful how close you get this man in your life. One thing he brings is drama. Contrary to Marwa, my family life and my private life will remain private. I am not going to disclose every corner of my house on the internet. In fact, I avoid filming in my home. But when I do, it will be in the family room. I don't think it's necessary for the world to see where I live. I don't think it's necessary to show the world where I sleep. And I don't think it's necessary for the world to see who I'm romantically involved with. That's the difference between Marwa and me. When he sleeps with someone, you see it on the internet. From one girl to the next, to the next, to the next. Despite telling him countless of times, if you have somebody serious, keep her off the internet. Because it just brings drama. He doesn't listen. I told him, when you go back to Kenya, do not film in your house. He doesn't listen. He's free to do whatever he wants. I'm also free to do whatever I want. But one thing I'm not going to do is criticize his family and talk about the internal issues that he has within. I don't think he has the right to do that. He goes too far. But that's what's expected from a clown. He knows no boundaries. My cousin is doing very well. And guys, I'm happy to report he no longer lives with me. He found a job and he's doing extremely well. And Marwa, he speaks English now since you were so concerned. All right? He's doing just fine, and he's watching, and he's laughing at your little jokes, your little circus as well. So thank you for worrying about my family, but I think you should focus on yours. Next, let's get into the topic of Heidi with the channel name Lost Heidi.
I love her big white eyes. Please show them your eyes.
Wow, are you
Sorry, I'm a little molesting her.
Every girl that we will be discussing is the same story. Either he's dating them at first, and first let me say, everything he does is in exchange for something, all right? If he gets nothing back, he cannot be your friend. He cannot hang out with you. He cannot be with you. If you're a man, you have to 100% submit to whatever he tells you. If he says, don't talk to this person, don't talk to that person, that's exactly what you must do. He also comes with hosting privileges because Marwa is the only traveler that I know that will not even ever show you a nice hotel. And if he shows you a nice hotel, it's because somebody else is paying for it.
So we in Hilton. The Hilton.
The biggest one
Man,
in Cartagena.
this is my second time ever in my life to stay in the Hilton.
Wow.
Meanwhile, he's getting paid more than you guys watching this video, right? But somehow, I don't know where the money is going because he's so cheap that he can't even make himself comfortable. When I sent him out of my house, you saw the hotel where he went to stay, and then he was quick to go on the internet and start begging again. Please, somebody host me. Please, please, please. So that's Marwa. But when we talk about Lost Heidi, guys, and you guys are accusing me of stealing his girls, one thing he doesn't want you to know is that he's the one actually stealing girls. All right? So Lost Heidi, something that you guys have never heard before from anyone, is that she was actually dating Marwa's friend by the name of Kevin. See, when Marwa moved to Colombia, he was friends with this guy named Kevin. Kevin took him under his wings.
Oh, so unajiona hivi? Oh, yo, what's up? So my name is Kevin. Today I took over Marwa's blog.
Kevin showed him the ropes, right? Kevin was dating Lost Heidi. They had some problems and Marwa ends up meeting her, and you guys know what happened next because it's all on the internet. So I've actually reached out to Heidi and I asked her to write a statement and explaining what happened so you guys understand. Unfortunately, she's going through a lot and she does not want the negative attention. You can actually see right here what she said. She was not comfortable riding because of, she knows the Marwa soldiers, the blind sheeps will come at her and attack her for different things. So given what she has going on in her life, she chooses not to be involved in any further drama with the clown. So he's accusing me, but guys, that's against the bro code. If I'm your friend and you break up with a girl, should I go after her? No. If you're seeing a girl and you guys having an argument, should I go after her? No. Even if you were married with a woman and we are friends, should I date your ex-wife? Absolutely not. And I think most of you guys watching will agree with that. Well, have your friend Marwa explain why he was dating Kevin's girlfriend. Asked him. So what happened with all of this? He called me the first night that he ended up at Heidi's home. She went to work and he called me. He was so excited, telling me, oh, she's a lawyer and, you know, she's a professional. She's this and she's all that. He was so happy and I was happy for him. Then he tells me the only problem is that, you know, she's dating Kevin, you know, but he wasn't really sure what was the status. And I said, Marwa, since you seem to take her seriously, do yourself a favor. I think you need to tell Kevin what's going on. Hey, Kevin, if you're watching this, I'm sure you've seen the videos with your either ex-girlfriend or girlfriend at the time. Marwa actually never told Kevin. Kevin found this out on the internet, watching YouTube. That here he goes, Marwa, the guy that he helped his friend with his girl. You guys want to talk about stealing girlfriends? Have Marwa explain that one. I told him many times to let Kevin know, and he didn't. I have him explain. I wish I had Kevin's information so I can talk to him and make a video for you guys. I wish. For anybody watching who knows this Kevin here, he lives in the city of Bogota in Colombia. As far as I know, he's still there. Reach out to him and try to investigate further and see what you find. What I'm saying to you is the truth. I am Marwa stole his friend's girl. That's what it is. So now he's coming after me. You know, in the course of a friendship, you start having mutual friends. So that's what happened between Marwa and me. I met a lot of people in the likes of Philly Dom that I had the pleasure to film several times. First time in El Salvador, and then we met in Brazil, and we have a lot of content together. What's up, Philly? Thanks for watching. I know you're checking out these videos. So check out Philly's channel. His channel name is I Am Philly Don. Amazing guy. Another person I had a chance to meet is Backpack Mo that I discussed on the first video. Backpack Mo is a travel content creator. He goes around the world. But he's busy for another job, so his videos don't come out as fast, but he's out there. Please stick with him. There's a lot more content coming out. Besides that, I had a chance to meet many other people that include a lot of women like Emily that I've discussed in the previous video. Had a chance to become friends with Heidi, known as Lost Heidi, that I'm discussing now. Had a chance to meet Priya, and then, you know, others, you know, that he didn't mention. So it is not because I was after them, it's just that's what happens in the course of a friendship. Friendship is essential to the soul. Only a dumb person or a very ignorant idiot would jeopardize a friendship for a female, especially in a world where there are just so many of them. Guys, I travel around. I meet a lot of people. Some of the people I film with, I've just never posted them. Every time I meet someone and I shoot content, does not mean that content will come out. Sometimes things happen and I just feel like the content is not good enough, or it's just not the time for me to post it. Contrary to Marwa, I have another life outside the YouTube platform. So things don't always happen in my channel the way that it happens in his. And I meet women sometimes and strictly for content purposes. He shows you his romantic relationship. Every single one of them ends up on YouTube. That is not the case for me. I can meet a woman, be friends with her, shoot content, and nothing happens. That's how I'm able to become friends with many of the women that he accuses me of stealing. At some point, the friendship ended. I owe nothing to Marwa. Normally, I should be saying thank you to him at this time for the help that he has provided to my channel. However, given the fact that he has turned everything around and asked people to unsubscribe, I owe nothing to him. I'm still on YouTube because I'm fighting, because I'm dropping content, and because I enjoy creating videos for YouTube. But all the thanks that I was supposed to say to him, there's no more thank you. There's no thank you to give. You know, that ship has sailed because of the way he's behaving. But I have friends, and I don't think that because I'm no longer friends with him, that means that all the other friendship I have created should end. No, I still talk to Philly. I talk to Carrie HQ. That's another gentleman that I met in Colombia. And Carrie is based out in Medellin, Colombia, and he shoots a lot of content. Now, when it comes to dating and women, now that's the guy that someone can be like, damn, you know, I want to learn from this guy. He has a lot of content regarding dating in the beautiful city of Medellin. So guys, if you are a traveler, single guy, or aspiring freaking YouTuber, check out Carrie's channel, Carrie_HQ. You know, that's my boy right there. We talk just about every day.
You know, a real friend is someone that's gonna try to look out for your best interests.
That's right. That also used to be one of my worst friends, so I guess I'm just stealing all of his friends then. No, I actually can call people. I can hear their problems. They can hear mine. We can actually become friends. Not just meet them once and say they're friends when they're actually just acquaintances. So that's what it is. So Marwa stole Lost Heidi, to go back to this topic. And Heidi and I became friends in the process somehow. Now, he's saying that I stole Heidi and called him one day, and I told him that, you know, hey, you know, she unfollowed me, or I blocked her, or she blocked me, or something.
A Colombian lady. We went to Cancun. Actually, I wanted to date this lady. Her name was Heidi. She was a very nice lady, and I didn't have a problem with her. We went to Cancun to have just a good time from Colombia after my birthday. You know what happened? This guy called Ivan calls me and says, Heidi has blocked me. I ask him, bro, why does my girl block you? What are you two guys fighting? What is going on? He never answers. So I asked the girl, Heidi, hey, why are you fighting with Ivan? Heidi keeps quiet. Me and Heidi, I say to hell, case closed. That's why I never dated that lady. If you saw me with a lady in Cancun, that is the reason I never dated that lady. I closed the case.
Well, Heidi and I sometimes had arguments. Most of the things that we talked about was content related. Marwa knew about this. You can see on Instagram who follows who. That's why I was even comfortable telling Marwa when Heidi and I got into an argument. That had nothing to do with dating or anything. I'm the one that told him. Think about it for a second, guys. That's why I'm asking you guys to read between the lines for a second. If I was dating or sleeping with Heidi, why would I tell Marwa that I blocked her or that she blocked me? Why? It doesn't make any sense. So the only reason I told him is because there was nothing going on, you know? And me and her had this bad habit. We would argue about content creation because she was a brand new YouTuber when we started talking. So was I. Her channel was doing better than mine, so I was like learning a lot from her. And then she was struggling with editing. I was struggling with editing. So we often talk about these things. You know, she just picked up editing on her own and did things on her own. And the same thing I did, you know, after I was learning the tricks and everything, I decided to take over my channel. So Heidi's channel and my channel had a very similar beginning, you know. But yes, after that, she started talking to me about Marwa and the things that he was doing. But it was not because I was interested in her, it's because she considered me a friend. That's all, you know. Heidi was very sad when she saw how quickly Marwa went from her to another girl.
So going to your bedroom now?
I ended up sleeping like here.
Oh, and you leave the entire space.
Yeah.
He left Colombia and within a couple of days, he was already filming himself kissing another girl. And given that she didn't like it, she just informed Marwa that she was no longer interested in pursuing whatever that was, a relationship or whatever, with him. Guys, you can check out the text messages. In a nutshell, Heidi explained to him that she was hurt with some of the stuff he did and the way he behaved. She identified that he was speaking to the Japanese girl, Canadian girls, and many others. And she asked him, "What should I expect? The moment you want to have fun, I'll be put on the side. I don't want that. I want someone who fights for me. And I want a family that's 100%. But with someone who cares about me and the kids. You were even sweeter with crazy lady who made you think you was pregnant." To which Marwa responded, "I'm a polygamist. Family, one big family." That is the reason why Marwa and Heidi stopped dating. It has nothing to do with me at all. And what he's saying is false. And he knows that. But he also thought maybe I wasn't going to respond. That's why he's saying these things to you guys. You can read the messages right there between them. So on this one, Heidi says to Marwa that he's been traveling and having sex with lots of women. And when she met him, she wanted to try something serious. But since she came back, she only received one phone call. So she expresses to him that she wants to have kids, but she does not want an empty relationship. And she doesn't think it's fair to just have kids like that. To which Marwa responds, "My main concern is that I am polygamist." Marwa was actually sending them to me. That's how I got them, you know, because he was calling me and telling me these things. Even though I was saying, keep this off the internet, stop filming women that you hook up with. Guys, no girl that respects herself wants to date a man who is constantly kissing other girls, sleeping with other girls on the internet from one country to the next. Marwa told you this about being a passport bro. When I asked him, "Marwa, are you a passport bro?" Check it out. I am Marwa a passport bro?
Yeah, full time.
He said full time. That's what he is. Now, it shouldn't come to a big surprise. You guys have been watching this man. You know what he does. He's single. He can do whatever he wants. But that comes at a cost. When you do meet a good woman who is interested in something serious, if this is the lifestyle that you choose to portray on the internet, so you get accolades and people saying, "Damn, man, you have so many girls, man. Wow, you the man, man." If you want to have that persona or pretend to be some kind of pimp, then you will lose on good women, you know? Not every relationship has to be public. I actually don't think it's a good image. I think it's quite disgraceful for men to behave in that fashion, you know? And I've told him this several times, but he does not listen. Now, he's accusing me for his breakup with Heidi. That is not true. I have nothing to do with that. So when Heidi came to Washington, D.C., my friendship with Marwa already ended. Completely ended. And he found out she came through Instagram. So we had a chance. We met with Backpack Mo and we shot content, about, the museum we went to visit. And in U.S. Capitol, we're discussing, relationships, marriage, and dating. You can see those videos in my channel. So that's what it is. I owe Marwa absolutely nothing. And he's lying to you guys. He broke up because he's a dirty pig, not because of Ivaintures.
Just a small heart.
What?
A small heart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh Reggie. Oh here they do a kiss. No, I'm saying here in Spain.
I do kiss.
No. In Spain, the culture here, they do like goodbye, goodbye.
Ah.
You don't like this?
So when it comes to Ayamawa, also known as the clown of the circus, just know everything is transactional for him. Remember what I said in the beginning. Guys have to pay with absolute loyalty. He's like a dictator. You do exactly what he tells you to do. Or you lose his support, you lose his subscribers. And many men around Marwa are only around him because they want subscription and views. I don't know many people who don't have a YouTube channel that are very close to him. Most people notice that, it's all about YouTube. You strip away YouTube, he has absolutely no friends. And I'm not making it up. This is something he has said. So when it comes to women, they have to pay a tax. And what is the tax? You guys can figure out. If you don't give it to him, he can't handle it. Marwa does not know what a friendship is with no interest. He says it himself.
The problem was her exclusively saying I'm a travel buddy. That felt...
I know, it's a strong word.
Yeah.
It is a strong word.
Imagine you driving me every day. I'm a beautiful girl next here. Just doing my hair like this, saying, hello guys, how are you? You can't get.
How can you be next to a cute girl and you can't, he has a problem just being a friend. When you do something for your friend, it's not because you expect something in return. You do something for your friend just because it's the right thing to do. That's it. That's a concept that he has not gotten. So also, a bunch of people have been suggesting that the voice message that I dropped, because I'm about to drop another voice note from Marwa here. And people have suggested that, it's AI. I heard that he also says artificial intelligence. It's not. These are WhatsApp messages that I've kept safely because I knew one day this will blow up on the internet. So I'm gonna randomly open, these chats with this guy. First I'm gonna show you. You can see you blocked this business. You blocked this business. All right. So he's blocked. That's his messages, all of them. Since we started talking, all of them, from the very, very beginning, and it's full. Like this is for several years. Everything has been saved. Everything, some of this stuff I can't show on the internet, but I'm going to, you got the missed calls and everything. That's Marwa. All right. As I'm scrolling through these messages, I'm just gonna randomly pick a voice. Okay. This is Marwa. I'm gonna click, and then this is for the sheeps. The people that he makes things up and then they say, oh, you're saying the truth. But let's go ahead and just randomly play a voice so you can hear his voice.
Hey bro, I'm doing great. Last night we went to party, so I slept like 3 a.m. Yeah, anyway, I'm doing super great.
So let this guy tell you, oh, it's not him, right? I'm gonna pick another one. I sent him a message regarding, I received this long message from someone that was asking me for money, and it's something that I didn't know. And this is when people started subscribing to my channel. I was a little bit confused. I didn't know how to handle the situation. And this is the message he sent me. Let me increase the volume a little bit.
Bro, man, actually, I don't know how to react to this, but it's okay.
So people are saying it's not him, and I'm using AI. This is just a way, for you guys to see, what's going on. We're talking about Cameroon at some point. Again, this is all Marwa stuff.
Thank you, bro. I have to take you to Cameroon. Thank you. Yes, man. We need to go to Cameroon, bro. I swear. Yeah. Thank you, bro.
So it's just Marwa did not expect me to release these messages. He didn't. you know, and in order to defend himself and to keep you guys in the dark, he decides to say these are AI messages. Guys, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. If somebody can just like stop, if people can just stop being so dumb, you know, it doesn't matter what he says, people just believe it. And then when I respond in a calm way with proofs, receipts, people are saying that, you know, it's fake, it's artificial intelligence or something. It's incredible how ridiculous some of these people are. But I'm not going to attempt to convince them, because I know that no matter what I do, they're still not going to believe. So it is what it is. So we just address Heidi. I'm trying to think if there's something that's missing. They broke up. He said, oh, you know, because he didn't know what was going on between me and her, and you know, he had no problem with her. He had a lot of problems with her. Heidi didn't want to be associated with a man like him. Heidi didn't want to be associated with somebody who was sleeping around. Heidi didn't want to be associated with somebody who had such a, you know, sleazy life on the internet. So that's the reason why they're no longer together. It has nothing to do with me. He's trying to blame me for it. And I don't believe that because Marwa does not talk to her anymore, that, or because they stopped being friends, that means that I'm not supposed to be friends with her. You know, that's going to lead me to the next topic, which is actually Priya, because this is basically the ultimate transition into that story. It's like you find yourself conflicted. You get introduced to someone, and that person that introduced you stops being your friend. What do? I mean, as adults, the reality is people meet, they click, they become friends. No matter what you do, they're going to keep talking. Either you will know about it or they're going to do it behind your back. But none of this stuff was happening behind Marwa's back. He knew I was talking to Heidi. He knew. He could see it on Instagram. He knew everything. You know, she reached out to me. We started talking about, you know, Instagram and content creation. There was nothing, you know, sexual like that in nature, like he's trying to suggest it was. You know, that's not the case at all. And he's no longer my friend. He should stop worrying about who I talk to. You know, it's like, I don't care who he talks to. And I don't care. You know, why is he worried about what I do in my life? Why is he trying to corner me and prevent me from expanding my circle? You know, the world is full of different people. You know, this guy has been running out there for 8 years. The African YouTube community is actually not that big. You know, it's the same usual suspects that you will see over and over and over again. So, you know, he has told several people to not interact with me. He has told several people not to make content with me. And these people, some of them have listened to him because of the influence that he has. And because they don't want to lose the shout outs, they don't want to lose the video sharing, they don't want to lose the support. Because Marwa functions one way. You're either with him or you're not. You know, he cannot understand neutral. He cannot understand light gray. It's either white or black, and that's it. You know, it's a mental deficiency that this clown has, and it's shocking to see how many people actually listen to. It's shocking to see how many people actually listen to this twisted, you know, kind of mind. So anyways, that's Heidi's story. I'm not here to try to convince people who want to believe whatever. If you want to think that I'm there stealing girlfriends, whatever, think whatever you want. But the reality is, I hope that one day you host Marwa. And if it happens to you watching me right now, you get to have that man on your couch. Because basically, he calls himself a traveler, but he's a couch surfer with a camera. You know, I don't know if you guys had a chance to check out Michele Ponte's video. Please check it out. He also explains a lot of that stuff, you know. I Am Marwa is a couch surfer with a camera. Hey Marwa, I'm gonna give you a tip. The next time you go to a city and you need to see if people can host you, go on couchsurfing.com. You know, you're gonna see a bunch of people ready to host you and give you a couch. Because apparently you can't even, you know, get a hotel on your own when you travel. So it's quite pathetic. So one time we were on the phone exchanging messages, and we talked about this content creator out of Colombia by the name of Avo Guajira. And to illustrate what I'm trying to tell you guys about the transactional relationships of everything regarding the clowns and his subjects, or who he thinks are his subjects, this is what he said about her.
Hey bro, good to hear from you. So yeah, Afro Aguahira, actually I'm the guy who opened that YouTube channel, you know. I'm the guy who opened it. But the problem is we fell out because I felt like she's that girl who came to my life and she wanted even my clothes. Like she would see a nice shirt and say, hey, I want this one. And like I felt like I'm giving too much and I was getting nothing at all. So I felt, no, this is not my type of person.
So you hear it loud and clear. He stopped talking to her because she was not giving him anything back in return. So you can see with Afro Guajira, he is so delusional. But guys, look at the lady. And you know what your boy wears? First of all, he has no underwear. You know, I'm not even going to get into his body odor. But he is saying she wanted to borrow his shorts and shirts and stuff. Look at the guy. Look at the clothes. He wears the same thing all the time. When he was in my house, days would go by without him taking a shower. Even before he... Actually, let me just stop here because I'm going to have to get into that later when I address the situation regarding the Polish girl that came to visit him. But let me just say that I don't believe for a second that Afro girl, he had tried to borrow his clothes or take his clothes from him. I mean, come on. This guy just makes things up. He's a pathological liar. He gives you the YouTube channel and then you have to pay your tax. And if you don't pay your tax, he cuts everything. That's basically the threat and what keeps people in line when it comes to dealing with this individual. He uses YouTube as a way to get to women's pants. And he uses men as a way to get free lodging, free food, gifts, and anything you can imagine. And in exchange, he has quote-unquote subscribers. Subscribers that won't even hesitate to stop watching you the moment you stop filming with him. Subscribers that won't even be loyal to you. Subscribers that will only come and watch your channel when you film with him. Guys, I know what I'm talking about. I've been around this guy for a while. And I created my channel, he was around, and I've seen firsthand what it does. Marwa is not going to be good for your channel as much as you think, unless you become his servant to some degree. So let me show you guys what has happened to my channel. I know most people want me to talk about Priya and the Polish chick and all that. We will get to those. But I need to do my video the right way. I need to clear my mind. And regardless of what people are expecting from me, I will take my time dissecting every piece that I think is necessary as I'm giving my side of the story. And this is an opportunity not just to address Marwa, but also anybody who might be thinking about joining YouTube, anyone who might be thinking about reaching out to him, or someone who might feel like the only way you can get going is if you meet Marwa and make a collaboration with him or anybody who has a bigger channel than you. Let me tell you guys, I may not be the biggest YouTuber out there, but I've learned a couple of things. And one of the things I've learned is that you can do this on your own. I'm not saying that collaborations are bad things. They are great. And there are amazing people out there to collaborate with. But if you don't get to meet those people, don't think for a second you cannot make it. Remember, whoever you admire on YouTube at some point was nobody as well. And they took the time and they worked hard and they became who they are today. So do the same thing. Create your videos and post. If you don't create and post, you will never get to the point where you're trying to get to. Never. I don't care how many times you meet Marwa. Your channel will not take off unless you create your own content and you have the ability to captivate your audience to come back again and again and again to watch you. So now let me talk about those folks who have nothing better to do than to go on channels and type resurrect. What we're doing here, we are resurrecting the part of Marwa's life that he doesn't want you to know about. What we're resurrecting are the hidden bones that he had in his closets. What we're doing here, we are resurrecting a past that must be put out to light in order for people to realize that who they watch on the screen by the name of I Am Marwa is not who you think he is. That's what's resurrecting. All right? But at the same time, let me also address and show you guys what Marwa has done for my channel. As you can see on the graph right there, these are the most popular videos in 2023. Why 2023? That's the year Marwa came to the US, and that's the year the big blowout happened that ended up ending our friendship. And these are the top videos for that year. So as popular as Marwa is, as you can see, none of my top videos have anything to do with him. These aren't videos he shared. These aren't videos he's collaborated in. These aren't videos that he is involved in any shape or form. In fact, some of these videos, he told me not to film, that they were bad for my channel. He discouraged me by the thumbnail, you know? So I listened to myself and I followed my gut feeling and I filmed my content, got it edited, dropped it, all right? So take your time, learn how to edit, learn how to put things together for your audience and post your videos again and again and again. You don't need to meet the clown in order for your feature to be out there available to the mass public. You can do this on your own. You really can. Trust me, I've done it. You know, after he left, he told people unsubscribe. I lost a countless amount of subscribers. People were flying out of my channel. I would post a video and I would see minus 15, minus 100, minus 200, minus 500. I was losing thousands of subscribers. Every video, you know? And people were insulting me, calling me all kinds of names, all because Marwa was making things up about me and using his audience to target my channel and put me down. But I kept creating. I never stopped filming. I never stopped traveling. So that's what you see in 2023, despite how many collaborations I've done with the king of the circus, the major clown, the chief clown in charge, my channel survived. So now what I'm showing you on this particular graph, the third one, are my top performing videos in the lifetime of my channel, from day one till now. Again, none of the videos with Marwa appear. None. So it gives me the confidence to know that I can go out there and I can create something that people will watch. Regardless of how many people Marwa wants to turn into enemies of mine, regardless of the negative campaign, because yes, there is a negative campaign against me. You've seen he's lying even about his sister. He's lying about Emily. He is lying about me picking him up at the airport. He's lying about everything. And he has told people not to collaborate with me. Tons of people. He has told people to unfollow me. You know, tons of people, you know, and they, because they're afraid of his subscriber counts, you know, some people are afraid to associate with me, which is fine. It's all good. It doesn't matter. But you can see his impact is actually very little, if not felt at all. I only felt it when he told people unsubscribe. I could lose all these subscribers. Recently, when he started attacking me, I lost maybe 40 people. This man had 500,000 people following him. And when he talks smack now, I only lose 40. So that means by next year, whenever he gets that time of the month again, and he starts running his mouth, what's going to happen? Maybe even less than that. So he's becoming lesser and lesser important in my channel. So I want to encourage you guys, if you're watching me trying to create content, don't be discouraged, man. Go out there, create your content. You know, don't be thinking somebody holds the keys to your success. Nobody holds the keys to your success. You can do this on your own, regardless of what the situation is. So I wanted to make that point as we're transitioning towards the second part of this video. So breaking news, guys. As I was sitting here editing this video, I received a message from Heidi. She indicated to me that she has changed her mind and she will release a statement regarding her relationship with Kevin and Marwa. Remember, this is the guy who's telling you that I'm the reason why he broke up with his girlfriend. This is the guy who's telling you that I'm stealing all of his girls. Meanwhile, he decided to date the woman that was involved with the very first person that lended him a helping hand as soon as he arrived in Colombia. Kevin is like his brother. And he knew who Heidi was to Kevin. Despite the fact that he still decided to pursue the relationship, but worse than that, to make it public by filming YouTube videos, because for him it's all about YouTube. So given that she's going to be working on a statement that she said it's going to be a video statement, I'm going to stop this video here instead of going forward with the Priya story, and I'm going to give a chance to Heidi to make her statement. And once she does, you know, I'm going to be providing it, you know, to you guys, and we're going to move forward, because this is about releasing the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon.